Virtual reality, a digital health tool to improve patients' therapy experience.
Hello, everyone. I'm Valentino Megale, CEO at 𝐂𝐞𝐝 Studios, and I'm happy to join the MedTech World Conference and present you how virtual reality can play a meaningful role as a digital health tool to improve patients' therapy experience. I will talk about this technology and its potential based on the experience that we have at our startup, 𝐂𝐞𝐝 Studios. So 𝐂𝐞𝐝 Studios is a digital health startup developing virtual reality solutions to improve patients' adherence to therapy and speed up the work routine of the medical staff. It starts from patients' mental well-being, and it offers the opportunity to improve their experience as a digital tool and not invasive tool. So we started 3 years ago in Rome, in Italy, and we went through different accelerator programs on an international level. We also signed important commercial partnerships with pharma companies like Merck and Roche, and we have been selected in 2018 as the best e-health startup in Europe by the European Commission. At the moment, we release on the market our first project, �W𝐞𝐝, dedicated to pediatric patients in collaborations with doctors, psychologists, and patients' foundations. So starting from what we did on the market and in the hospital supporting our patients, let's start to understand why virtual reality is a meaningful digital health tool. To understand this, we need to start from understanding how virtual reality works and how does it impact our mind and our mental well-being. First of all, virtual reality. What is this technology? It is a digital technology designed to simulate the sense of presence in a virtual scenario, in a place which is different from the physical place where we are with our physical body. So it is basically a mental, a subjective sensation of being there in the virtual scenario, obviously with our mind. This is possible thanks to the hardware that we use to experience virtual reality scenarios. Basically, virtual reality headset that provide the process of immersion inside of the digital scenario thanks to the optical illusion of stereoscopy. So virtual reality is a cognitive process, a digital technology that is designed to target and influence our mental conditions, our mental processes. It is made for our brain. And what is the value of virtual reality? The value is that it offers us the opportunity to experience any kind of interaction in space just with the headset, wherever we are, whenever we need that. So it provides an experience on demand that can provide value in very different sectors, from entertainment to gaming to education to remote work, and obviously also in the healthcare field. But why virtual reality is a digital health tool? To understand this point, we need to understand how our mind works. So based on the World Health Organization, our health should be understood and should be interpreted as a dynamic state that involves not only our physical body, but also our mental conditions, our social conditions, and spiritual conditions. So it is a holistic view of our health condition. So when we speak about health, we need to involve both our body and our mind. Our mind and all the cognitive processes that compose our mind are deeply impacted by what we experience. And what we experience first starts from our sensorial stimuli. Any kind of sensorial stimuli that are coming from the external world are processed by our brain and converted in a more complex structure that is called perception. Perception and what we perceive from the surrounding world is evaluated by our brain as a potential opportunity to catch or a danger or risk to avoid. Based on this evaluation, our brain trigger in us specific reactions that can be motor reactions, mental reactions, emotional, social, and behavioral reactions. All this process is called psychomotor loop, and it is the basis of our daily life and survival. So, what is important for respect to the virtual reality is that we can design any kind of virtual scenario, and we can think about interactions inside of that scenario. If we design well the virtual reality experience based on the psychomotor loop, we can trigger specific reactions and guide the reaction of the users towards a goal which is meaningful for an expected outcome. And this depends from the setting, the specific settings that is meaningful for us. For instance, in the healthcare field, we can design specific tailored virtual reality scenarios able to guide the user towards the outcomes of the health intervention. So since the beginning of the 90s, virtual reality had been used in the sector for a variety of applications. It had been used to manage pain, to reduce pain perception. It had been used to support patients with anxiety, to treat phobias, to engage and motivate people during psychomotor rehabilitation, or even to speed up patients' care and educate patients about the challenges and the conditions that he's going to experience during medical treatments. And it all started with the pioneering studies of Dr. Hunter Hoffman, who was working with a project, �W𝐻𝐻, dedicated to pain management in polyburnt patients. So starting from this great variety of application, at Software Studios, we started from the potential of virtual reality to improve patients' therapy experience. So obviously, whenever we undergo a medical treatment, it is always a stressful condition. It is always a stressful and painful experience. And anxiety, pain, stress, it all results in patients trying to avoid therapy and even causing delays and inefficiencies in the work of doctors. So the moral of the story is that a patient that is better experiencing therapy is also a patient that is more collaborative, and it is a value not only for the quality of life of the patients itself, but also for the quality of the care and of the entire medical treatment. So based on this, since 2017, we developed and released on the market our first project, �W𝐞𝐝, which is a virtual reality gamified experience designed in collaborations with doctors and psychologists and dedicated to pediatric patients undergoing stressful medical treatments in oncology, dentistry, and orthopedics. It has been designed to engage children, reduce their anxiety and pain perception, and make them more collaborative with the medical staff in order to speed up the specific medical treatments. It is also designed to engage both patients, the children, and their parents in collaborative sessions. So even if we use virtual reality, which is something isolating the user in a virtual scenario, if well designed, it can be used to promote and trigger a better quality of communication and relationship in the hospital setting. Starting from �W𝐞𝐝, we are scaling this model and applying this model to target new kind of patients in new specific clinical settings. So our goal in the long term is to provide a suite of different immersive contents able to improve the adherence to therapy of different kind of patients. But this is the application of virtual reality in the clinical settings, in the hospitals. But today we are in 2020, and today we all are experiencing the challenge posed by the COVID pandemics on a world scale. And the condition that is the daily routine of patients inside of the hospitals, isolation, loneliness, and stress, we all experience that during the lockdown period and also beyond. So today, beyond the pandemic of the virus, there is another pandemic of isolation, loneliness, and mental health care that is challenged by these conditions. So virtual reality has been and is and will be used as a digital tool to overcome the challenges generated resulting from this pandemic. It has been used, for instance, to provide and promote the continuity of medical trainings in the hospitals, even during the social distancing conditions generated by the COVID. So it is a tool, a digital tool that can be used to defy the physical distance that we are all experiencing now, but can also be used to promote the social cohesion, ensuring the continuity of all the activities of our daily life, from the education to work to healthcare assistance. So today we have the technologies that can really help us also in this particular time of our history. We have these tools. The tools provide the features that can provide meaningful value in healthcare and beyond. What is needed to bring this technology at the disposition, at the use of society, is more education about it. So we are here today also to spread the potential of this technology, show that it can be really used in the daily life. Thanks again for your attention. I'm again Valentino Megale, CEO at Software Studios. If interested, please, these are our contacts. We are happy to contribute again to this event and available for any of your questions. Thanks again, and good luck to all.